Cal is on the hunt for a national title after that runner-up finish a season ago. And they have the talent to take them there. Tonight, the Bears look to keep their dream rolling versus a hungry trio: Arizona State, BYU, and Washington. They've got some star power of their own. Friday Night Gymnastics starts now. A rainy weekend in the Bay Area as the ACC regular season champions are back home. The Cal Bears in the friendly confines of Haas Pavilion for the first of two quad meets this weekend. Let's set the table with some of our stars tonight. First up, Maya Lazan, 5 times the ACC Gymnast of the Week, coming off an epic performance last time out. More on that shortly. Her teammate MJ Frazier, Maya and MJ, a dynamic combo for the Bears. The team's looking to upset Cal tonight. Well, for Arizona State, they'll lean on Emily White. BYU will turn to the likes of Sophie Dudley. And last but certainly not least, Washington will count on Emily Ennis for a big evening in the Bay Area. And with that, we bring you inside Haas Pavilion, joined alongside the former college gymnast Evan Heider. Greg Meskel here with you. Well, Evan, tonight the Bears the favorite. They'll look to build on their great performances. On the other side of things, 3 teams in and around the bubble looking for a big opportunity.
Inside Haas, Cal is looking to better their best, and everyone else is hoping to ride that wave that Cal creates here tonight. There are huge implications at stake for all teams involved in their NQS.
Let's give you a little bit of a taste of the rankings here. Top 10, the Bears are right there at 6. They certainly want to improve upon that. The other 3 teams, they want to make sure they're in that top 36, leave no doubt about it. Some in, some out. How have the Bears done it? Maya Lazan's a big answer.
Everything she touches turns to a 9-9, at least it seems this season from Maya Lazan. She was critical in the come-from-behind win and elevate the stage last weekend, punctuated with a 39.55 in the all-around. She can be even better than that tonight.
Now, before Maya had her walk-off, it was teammate MJ Frazier who put the squad in position. They were in 3rd place at one point. She helped bring him back.
Specifically on balance beam and floor exercise, MJ Frazier is absolutely critical to Cal's lineup and their firepower. She's added difficulty on floor exercise. We're looking to see more of that.
Let's keep it on the floor. Emily White for Arizona State. She is capable of some monster performances with her routines.
Created a brand after 5 years, 5 seasons in Tempe, and she goes out with a star power unlike any other. Specifically on floor, you can see those 6.99 routines there.
Just a few of our stars to track tonight. We'll tell you about a whole lot more when we return. Take a quick time out. Come on back and join us here in Berkeley after the break. If you're new to the quad meet, aka the double duel format, here's how it works. No more than 2 events occurring at the same time, and then events get paired together. Vault and beam, bars and floor. Bottom line, Evan, keep your head on a swivel.
Truly, there's going to be a lot of gymnastics, and we're excited to bring you anything and everything that's going on inside Haas Pavilion. You can see head coach Justin Howell circling his vault team up for their first rotation, getting a look here at BYU as well.
We'll go split screen quite often throughout the evening, trying to bring you as much competition as possible. And we've talked to the coaches leading up to this first quad meet, Cal hosting 2 this weekend. And they've talked about the idea, look, there's no offense or defense. Yes, it is chaos unfolding around you. But 2 things. 1, these teams are working on their postseason resumes. And 2, this is a bit of a preview of what the conference meet will look like. The Bears, doesn't matter the league they're in, they play well.
Truly, and we're going to see this postseason preparation really manifest in the first rotation for Cal. You're looking at the leadoff gymnast. It's Maya Wiley. This is a new spot in the rotation for her, and if they're wanting to compete for a national title, they want to lead off with this 10.0 vault.
Wiley, the freshman from Silverdale, Washington, has picked up Conference Newcomer of the Week honors, and so it looks like we are ready to get this started here. And so Cal on the left side of your screen, Arizona State on the right side. To your far right, a look at your competitors across all 4 teams, and this is where they're starting. So vault underway for Cal.
Big one for Maya Wiley. Needs to spot it exactly what the Bears needed from her with that 10-0 start value. Tiny little hop on the Yurchenko, 1.5. Previously, they were under that 9-8 score to start the rotation sometimes. That should be a big bump.
And now we go over to the bars. This is Tiara Plotkin, the freshman from Boca Raton, Florida, for Arizona State.
Line change into the Pike Jaeger. I would say everything has been just a bit labored so far. Tiny form breaks, and right there pulls in on the Pac Salto, loses the rhythm and momentum. She gathers herself here. Coach Jay Santos will take a moment to speak with her, and really those conversations are usually about where they're going to resume, what has been credited versus not credited in the routine. She did get her hands on the bar on that Pac Salto transition, so she'll squat on to the low bar, take it back up to the high bar, setting up for the dismount here, tapping into the full twisting double tuck. That was very tidy. Look at those ankles, knees, foot form on that. Exemplary dismount there, but they'll be looking to carry that momentum from scratch in the next 5 slots.
Keep it moving now. BYU will get underway here on the beam with Sophie Dudley.
Sophie Dudley is one of their senior leaders, and she's also a lead-off athlete on multiple events slated for tonight. Simultaneously on floor, Caitlin McWilliams is looking to start momentum for Washington. Flip-flop layout for Dudley, drops the shoulder a tiny bit. First pass from McWilliams, running Rudy, back layout. Can step into the lunge as Dudley switch leap, straddle quarter, leap combination. Homecoming of sorts for some of the Gym Dogs coaching staff. Jeffrey Langenstein, who looks after floor exercise, choreographs this, a Cal gymnast himself. Sophie Dudley there. Side aerial, another break at her midsection there, but she's been gutsy throughout this performance, setting up for the dismount here. 1.5 again, that tiny hop forward for BYU. McWilliams here, her second and final pass of this exercise. Round off back handspring, double pike, keeps it in place, acceptable right into the lunge position. Chest position was a little bit low there, so the judges will take note of that and deduct accordingly. But I would say solid momentum for the Gym Dogs. Kyan Mayhew follows up Maya Wiley with their second Yurchenko 1.5 tonight, and the smaller hop on the landing.
And you're getting a little sense of the pacing here. It is go, go, go.
Indeed, but we talked about what Maya Wiley did in the leadoff there, 9.875. Flirting with that 9.9 leadoff, I would say that's exactly what they need to do to contend for a national championship later on in the season.
Here's Hallie Gregoire, the sophomore, and has battled through injuries. That's been a big issue for Arizona State this year. Having healthy depth, it's been a challenge for Jay Santos.
Giant half, short of handstand, excellent tight form through the Ginger. Does not pass through that vertical handstand position on the overshoot, but again, really tight leg form on all of her skills. Through to the double layout with emphasis, and that's a challenge. Remember, Plotkin in the first spot, 9.125. So, like I said, starting from scratch and building that momentum from zero, Gregoire did a great job of that.
Now BYU preparing. You just saw Hallie Gregoire, by the way. This is just the second meet she's competed in all season. So again, coming back from injury to be ready here late in the game. As now Washington back on the floor exercise as BYU returns to the beam.
Olivia Opagard has moved into this floor exercise lineup this year. Previously only did one event last season, but she's added this one to her repertoire. And Eliza Miller-Crossman on balance beam. Bit out of control in the running Rudy straddle leap. You could see it specifically from this angle, that straddle jump traveled backwards. Want to see it rise right up. Crossman on balance beam, beautiful flip-flop layout. You can see that confident, no flickers through her upper body or torso. Coach Jessa Hanson-Parker for Washington was super complimentary of this sophomore Opegard, finding her way into 3 events this year.
Bit of a homecoming for the Washington coach, former Cal Bears assistant coach, and now back here in Berkeley.
Another great angle on floor exercise. You could see form break through the front layout, and I do not think that ring jump should receive credit. The back leg was just not close enough to the head. We'll see what the judges do, but Miller Crossman has been solid for BYU. Another tidy hop forward on that front full dismount. She's pumped up about it as Opegard wraps her floor exercise in the second spot.
See those scores coming in now. Gregoire with a 9.125 on the bars. Wonder if those scores are reversed.
That is going to be the flip. So Gregoire back on track with that 9.8 in the second slot, exactly what they need. Mayhew, it looks like, I think as well, notched that 9.9. So sorting the scores out here, huge opportunity for Cal. Casey Brown, another Yurchenko 1.5. Debut this season.
Ooh.
Zeros in on that landing for Casey Brown. Straddled Jaeger over on bars for Kimmy Smith. Big celebration in the Haas for Casey Brown. Tiny scoop backwards. Leg position was a little funky for Brown, so we'll see what the judges do with that as Smith sets up for another beautiful double layout. The leg form so far on these dismounts from ASU has been exemplary. Definitely paying attention to the foot, knee, and ankle form as they're dismounting.
And this is what Coach Santos has talked about with the Sun Devils. They are capable of competing at that highest level. Putting it all together has been their challenge, but after the slow start there on the bars, have come back with 2 solid performances.
Getting some words of advice from your teammate, as we see so often before balance beam, specifically in NCAA gymnastics. Washington, some variety again in their scores. I would say McWilliams 9.8 is about as good as it gets in that leadoff for Washington. Opegard left herself vulnerable on not only the tumbling but also the leaps. 9.725. Taylor Russin, local Bay Area product, looking to get things going here as Chloe Hoke is in the 3rd spot on balance beam for BYU. Lead off for Russin, sets back into the double pike as Hope solid, just like Miller Crossman, through the flip-flop layout. Full turn, very nice control with her arms. Next pass here for Taylor Russin from handspring, layout full. Gets it right around, beautiful dance pose out of that as well. Controlled through the landing. Chloe Hope here, standing side aerial, very confident through this latter part of the routine. Russin, similar to Opegard, not hitting those 180 positions in those leaps. Again, leaving themselves vulnerable. Tiny scoop with the toes, I would say, for Chloe Hope, but best landing we've seen for a beam dismount from BYU, as Taylor Russin finishes up as well.
Other scores coming in here. You see what Cal's done on the vault through 3. Then they've got the cleanup hitter, so to speak, up next with Fraser Williams and Lausanne.
Yeah, this is going to be big for MJ Fraser. She does a Yurchenko double full, so everyone we've seen so far from Cal's lineup does that 1.5. She'll be adding another half turn to it, landing back facing toward the vault. It's important for MJ to absorb the landing. We rarely see her stick, but the comforts of home can change that. Here we go. Critical off the table, patient, great. That is about as good as it gets from MJ Fraser. Quickly joining Jada Mangahas in the 4th slot following Kimmy Smith's 9.85. Blind change, hiked Jaeger, best release and combination down to the low bar we've seen from Arizona State today. She's got a good one going. tad bit shy on that final handstand. Critical for her to zero in on this dismount. Full twisting double tuck. Tiny hop backwards for Menga Haas, but that should keep the momentum going. Remember, every score will count with Plotkin's 9-1-2-5 in the leadoff.
Menga Haas, one of 3 50 years for this Arizona State squad, really anchor their performances, and you see what she's able to pull together there. So we head back to BYU and Margraf Benson.
Yeah, and that momentum from Chloe Hoke in the third slot, 9.825. So they're over that 9.8 threshold. Critical for BYU. They have a lot of talent. They're looking to just put it all together today as Kristen Lynn takes the floor exercise in the fourth spot. She was another addition, one of those sophomores who's found her way into this lineup as Margraf through the back tuck combination. Very solid and secure. One thing to pay attention to for Kristen Lynn is watch that she makes this front double full all the way around here on the right side of your screen. Kick over front for Margraf. Benson, solid and secure there. For Kristen, saw those shoulders eke around, maybe an eighth of a rotation shy. Bit of amplitude to be desired on that Popa. But super clean, and love her projection up off the floor into the audience of Haas. Margraf Benson, the effortlessness, the flowy arms, one of her trademarks, looking to zero in on this layout front full. Another tiny hop forward, so BYU, a little bit of variety in these landing dismounts, very solid and secure in these last two routines on the beam. Kristen Lynn, tiny hop backwards in the Rudy. Highlight of the tumbling passes for me from her. New addition to this floor lineup last week. She's making a statement here by having her second competitive routine this season. 1.5 front layout there. Face says it all. Happy with it in the fourth slot for Washington. One note on those combination passes, you see that 1.5 into the front layout. Front layout slightly lower than the 1.5. Want to see that ultimate skill rise up, be the exclamation point on the tumbling pass, if you will.
Here's now Maddie Williams for Cal.
Huge 9.925 for MJ Frazier. Maddie Williams needs to stick. Very close. Can appreciate the control and absorption on the Yurchenko full. So drops down start value-wise to the 9.95. That's one of those insurance Yurchenko fulls. I like what Cal is trying to do with this lineup. Great scores so far in the lineup as we join Emily White, so pivotal on every event she touches for Arizona State. Beautiful floaty overshoot to handstand, toe on, toe off, passing right through that vertical position. Gets that last handstand up. Want to see her solid out just a tiny bit more, but look at the form. Best doublet we've seen tonight, and we've seen some great ones from Arizona State. Tiny hop forward, and she was short of rotation. Needs a little bit more patience as she rises up and lets go of the ball.
They've really cleaned things up after that first go. White, Big 12 preseason pick, but in beam and floor, showing off her versatility. And bars and beam, that's where ASU has thrived, 23rd in the rankings.
Indeed. Looking at Brindley Anderson and Mira McDonough. Anderson here with her series. Confident through the flip-up layout, step out. Kristen Lynn dropped down to that 9.7. Again, critical that McDonough capitalizes, builds some momentum of her own. Great dynamism in that back layout following the Rudy. Getting the energy up for the Gym Dogs.
Scores coming in on the right side of your screen. Maddie Williams in with a 9.875. Lower right, that's your updating team scores in the first of 4 rotations here in this quad meet.
Better on the split positions for McDonough. Brindley Anderson really confident in this 5th spot. Side aerial there. She has a very solid routine cooking as she sets up here. Flip flop. Layout full off the side sticks. McDonough, great front double full. Tiny bit lacking in assuredness on that landing of the front double full, but love the difficulty, that E pass. Very nice. I would say that should get them up over that 9-7 mark that Kristen Lynn set.
And now Cal will close things out with Maya Lazan.
Look at this total, Greg. Already 49-4 on vault for Cal. This is great. Maya Lazan can vault big. She can vault freely. We know that she has the landing of the Yurchenko 1.5 in her back pocket at a moment's notice. She's done it under pressure before here in Haas. Here it is. Tonight, a bigger hop than usual. You can see it on her face, still happy with it, and a totally respectable Yurchenko 1.5. Cal went out there and tried it, and I would say they learned a lot of valuable lessons. Already at 49-4, we'll see. I think they can go up from there.
Here's Sarah Clark for ASU. You mentioned that overall score. Remember, a home meet tonight, a home meet Sunday. Cal's looking to drop that high score. They're going for a big number.
Blind change into the straddle Jaeger for Sarah Clark, transitioning down with the Pack Salto. From this angle, we do see her feet separated, but great toe form. Rush that lower low bar pirouette. And I would say a little bit ahead of herself throughout this entire routine. But let's see if she can match the prowess of her compatriots on bars. And that was the best dismount of the night. What an exclamation point. Under pressure from Sarah Clark and the four before her for Arizona State.
Huge delivery there from Clark. Arizona State really rounding into form here on the bars as we're working our way towards the final pieces of this first rotation. Now BYU and Washington to finish us off here. You see our final scores coming in. Alvarado now on the beam here for BYU, and Emily Ennis on the floor.
Remember, lineups are curated to culminate with your potentially biggest scorer, your biggest hitter here. Brynlee Anderson put up a 9.875, so they're looking to notch into the 9.9s with Alvarado's routine here. Emily Ennis has a bag of tricks. We've seen her watered down in weeks past. We'll see what she does tonight in this first pass. No front pike after the double full, but very well onto her feet. An unfortunate miss there from Alvarado in the 6th slot, so they'll settle at their 48.975.
See, those grayed out scores are your lowest score getting dropped for each team.
And the momentum that Mary McDonough created for Ennis, that 9.85, huge for Washington again. Alvarado, wow, look at that. Pike open, swing down. Here we go, Emily Ennis closing things. It's the 1.5 front layout. And she's gonna make a fool of me. She has one more pass. So often we're seeing those 2-pass routines, but Washington still going for the 3-pass routines. Rudy into a 96-esque front straight jump. Great dynamism there from Ennis in the final spot. Exactly that punctuation mark they want.
Your thoughts here on what we've seen thus far through rotation 1?
I mean, Cal went big. We saw Maya Lazan, surprisingly, the score they're dropping matched that 9.825 of Casey Brown. A lot of valuable lessons to learn. Love the aggression through that entire rotation. And Arizona State got back on track well. Just a 10th down from Cal at 49-3. Washington, again, some variety throughout that rotation. Saw some dips below that 9.8 range that I would say they're targeting across all events, but I would say those last two, McDonough and Ennis, did really well.
Yeah, Sun Devils have to be happy with the way they turned things around after that first go on the bars. We are just getting started. We'll take a timeout and return. MJ Frazier for the Cal Bears. Look at this landing. We're back shortly. One rotation complete here in Berkeley. Cal in front, but Arizona State right on their heels. And then BYU and Washington knotted up early. Speaking of the Huskies, let's bring in head coach Jessa Hanson-Parker. Coach, thanks for joining us. You all start off on the floor. How'd you feel about the way your group performed?
I feel really good. You know, we've been talking all week about competing big and competing freely, and I think they set the tone off right.
Mary McDonough and Emily Ennis in those last two spots. Talk about the momentum that they contribute to this lineup. they were electric tonight.
Yeah, they're fantastic competitors. You know, they've got the difficulty, they've got the finesse, and they really put on a show. So to cap the lineup off with those two back-to-back was fantastic.
Solid start, just under a 49 on floor exercise, so room to improve tonight, Jessa.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're swinging for a big one tonight, what does your team need to focus on through the next 3?
Yeah, keep building. You know, they just need to be them. They need to be normal and really, you know, enjoy the process and savor each moment.
The other important thing, Jessa, you've talked so much about the ability to curate depth in this program through adversity, through injuries, but also making a point that everyone on this team contributes something. What can you talk about for this group this year?
Yeah, it's a total team effort from start to finish. You know, we've gotten to a point where we have 7 on 3 events, and so that creates this competition in the lineups, which is really good and elevating our program right now.
Coach, you were a part of this Cal staff a little while back. What's it like to be back here in Haas as a head coach of your own program?
It's awesome. It's a full circle moment. You know, I started my career here and learned so much under Justin and Liz, and so to come back as a head coach for University of Washington is really special.
Jessa, if you could zero in one word that you want your team to focus on for vault, what would you tell them right now?
Big. Big gymnastics.
There we go. Hoping
Yep.
to see some sticks from Washington over on vault. Thanks, Jessa.
Thank you so much. Go Dogs.
Bears have to be happy with the way they started. They know that they're the favorite, though. There's got to be a little inherent pressure to live up to the billing.
So this is a big weekend, and you can slice it a lot of different ways if you're Cal. But I would say what we saw in that first rotation on vault, which they've historically struggled a bit with year over year, that's a big statement, and it lets us know that they are truly trying to better their best and really capitalize, take advantage of being inside Haas.
So feeling good about their start, and they've proven over the last few meets, right, they're closers too. When you get into the 3rd and 4th rotation, that's really, really tough to try and come back from some of the other teams. Let's talk about Maya Lazan. Obviously, excellent on so many of the events here that we'll see tonight. Didn't necessarily deliver the way she wanted.
Indeed. Maya Lazan is so great so many times on this vault. A bigger hop than usual from Maya Lazan. But again, the ability to rely on your teammates, to rely on new folks, new vaults in that lineup, has to take a little bit of pressure off Maya. So it's a new situation for her to be in. And the other thing that you want to see, remember, peaking at the right moment is critical. That postseason is right around the corner next week with that ACC championship. So Maya Lazan is saving the stick.
And that's something that Justin Howell has talked about during the year, trying to build towards the end of the season. They had that dramatic run last year when we saw him a couple of weeks back when they took on Pittsburgh here inside Haas. It was about getting that lineup ready for their postseason run. And so to see others that can pick up people like Lazan, that's a huge, huge confidence booster.
For sure. Building that depth, the arsenal, careful curation of the athletes you're bringing into the program, how you're developing, pacing them, getting ready for the season. That vault rotation, case in point, I think Justin Howell will be so happy with that. Maya Lazan, 3 more events slated for tonight, so we'll see what she has up her sleeve. Again, she's been that 9.925 machine for many weeks of this season on this event, Uneven Bars, that she leads off on.
Here's Lazan on the bars. Remember, the events are paired together. So vault is also underway.
And it's great to see, you know, Arizona State just 1/10 back. It's also important for Cal to feel some pressure. You know, you have got to perform to a level, whether or not you're at home in this season, this quad environment.
So we will take a timeout as the warm-ups continue here before rotation 2. We'll step aside and return with more after this. And moving right along, rotation 2 on the way. This is what the Bears do best. It's the bars, as you see our score overall right now. Here's our bars leaders. 6th in the country. And looking to improve upon that. It's all a big part of their depth as Arizona State preparing for the beam. Those two tethered together here in this quad meet format. And Cal is really just so strong in a variety of areas, but it's exciting when you know they're due up on the thing that at least stats-wise they do best.
Yeah, bars is, again, a curated experience for California. They are methodical in the basics that they train, and the performances that they get out of these athletes in the competitive lineup, in the exhibition spots. It's really a variety pack of greatness.
I love the premise of a curated experience. Sounds like a very nice spa, like a high-end retreat, but here it is, Friday Night Gymnastics.
Indeed. Co-head coach Elizabeth Crandall loves organized gymnastics,
Sure.
both on and off. She wants everything to be perfectly packaged, and that's what you want to present to the judges. And hopefully they return the favor with, the high score. This is going to be an exciting rotation for a lot of these teams as well. BYU, their highest ranked event is floor exercise. Arizona State, their highest ranked event is balance beam. Washington struggles a bit on vault, but some momentum, and like Jessa Hansen-Parker said, big vaults is what they want. They're competing like they are hungry for an appearance in the postseason at their own regional.
Yeah, the pressure's big for Washington. The postseason pressure to get in, but then when you're hosting, that's an added layer.
Indeed, and no guarantees even from a host perspective. So Caitlin McWilliams will need to set the table just like she did on floor exercise for the Gym Dogs. So the Yurchenko full in this leadoff position, and I would say again, aspirationally, the 9.8 mark she got on floor exercise is exactly what she wants to do on vault.
Remember, top 36 make it. Washington sitting at 37 coming into tonight.
Live here with McWilliams. A bit crunched onto the table. Didn't get that rise that we saw from a Maddie Williams for comparison's sake, but quickly joining Maya Lazan here. Aggressive first handstand onto the high bar. Beautiful tight form on the Pac Salto. Just ever so slightly shy on that low bar handstand, but the Van Leeuwen up to high bar, great. And that aggression continues on in the final handstand. Full twisting double tuck, and Maya Lazan doubting herself on those landings a little bit tonight. Tried to get scrappy, knew where she was and what she needed to do, but sometimes in gymnastics, that's the manifestation. Your body gets caught in real time, and then you're playing cleanup crew to where it's like, what just happened there? So a blip from Maya Lazan, but still respectable. They can use that score on the apparatus.
That's Kayla Lee preparing for beam, and now BYU and Eliza Millar-Crossman.
Again, these two teams talented on these events, so they are looking to capitalize on that. Remember, Arizona State just a 10th behind Cal, almost surprisingly after that first rotation. Millar-Crossman, double tuck, was going for the pure stick, tiny bit short of that rotation, hop forward. Emily Lee here setting up for her series. Kayla Lee, excuse me. Flip flop, layout, step out. Beautiful confidence there. Talk about the projection up off the floor, the performance. This is something that BYU pays close attention to throughout. And have to call out that sheep jump from Kayla Lee. One of the most exquisite being done in the nation. Great risk there as well. Setting up for the dismount. Kayla Lee, left side of your screen, 1.5, drills it. Maybe a tiny bit of motion in that left foot, but solid leadoff performance as Millar-Crossman finishes here. Front layout, front full, into that front lunge. Solid there. Saw the ankles come apart just a little bit in the air from Millar-Crossman. So can tighten that up, but solid leadoff there for
and
BYU.
That's the fun of the quad meet, right? As Millar-Crossman's ready to finish, behind her in the background, the big embrace for Arizona State.
Indeed. So Caitlin McWilliams, 9.725 in the bank for Washington. Kristen Lynn will need to really try and extend through the hips the entirety of this vault. Better performance than she's done previously this season. Got to be happy with that Bay Area product there. Enjoying some time south of where she goes to school, but Northern California feels like home. Maya Lazan, again, not her usual 9.9, but 9.85 there. I would say that dismount was the majority of the deductions. MJ Frazier looking to notch their first 9.9 here in the second slot. Aggressive on that half pirouette. Everything has been super tight. Finds it and holds it. Look at that. Activate abs, activate hamstrings, everything all at once. Great performance from MJ Frazier.
The strength of Frazier. This is the telltale sign. If they feel good about what went on, the bare head comes on.
Indeed. The stick, for bare head for a stick only.
The score's coming in on the right side of your screen there, populating again. It is a frantic pace here, so the score is trying to keep up with the action as now we move over to Arizona State.
Chloe Siaga, indeed, in the second slot there. 9.85 for Kayla Lee. Very good table setter. Opens with that full turn. Was confident there and then doubted herself ever so slightly. You saw the left shoulder dip down, had to get things back on track. She'll set up for her series here as Mattern does a running front double full, loosen the form. But Siaga, great confidence from that early, tiny deduction on the full turn. Mattern right back is the leap series of Siaga. Both beautiful displays of fully extended legs, hit positions from Chloe on balance beam. Side aerial, again, that left shoulder, tiny bit vulnerable, kept things moving. Doesn't hit 180 on that split leap, but the straddle quarter was better there. Nice leg position on the wolf full. Ring position's always a bit vulnerable there for Mattern. Inner back pike off the end for Chloe Siaga in the second spot for ASU. Another 3-pass here for Olivia. Running Rudy, you could tell she was upright, great chest position there, but the feet kept moving around, kept dancing ever so slightly upon landing, and those are what the judges are very honed in on. Where are those feet moving? Do they maintain control? Following a 9.8 though, I would say that score will likely dip down a tiny bit, but gutsy 3-pass routine. Good endurance there for BYU.
Here's Emily Ennis now. She finished strong on the first rotation and now the opportunity on the vault.
Yeah, she's a momentum setter for the Gym Dogs. Can she go big for Jessa Hansen-Parker's squad? She went very big, too big indeed. Hop and lack of control on that landing. Judges will keep deducting. Remember, you have to hold the dismount position, arms extended overhead for a second to really maintain control.
Annalise Newman-Achi now, the sophomore from Brooklyn, goes to work on the bars.
High to low combination, and I would say around the side a bit more than usual. Aggressive last handstand. That critique was for the low bar pirouette. Doesn't zero in on the landing that she got last weekend, but she's following that 9.9 of MJ Frazier. Still new to this lineup this season is Newman-Achi, so important for her to continue getting those reps. Again, postseason will be a different beast, and Cal wants this lineup to be consistent, to be stable, even when the pressure's on.
Here's Caroline Lickman, another California native. She's from SoCal, San Marino, and now here on the beam.
Judges making a fool of me on floor, 9.825, up a quarter tenth in that second spot for Mattern. Setting up for the series here. Definitely appreciate the rise she gets in that layout back step out. Aggressive inside full turn, overcooks it a little bit. You can see the rhythm just got thrown off a tiny bit there. Sophie Dudley coming into your screen on the right side. Switch half, switch leap, straddle quarter, excuse me. Leap to jump combination. Dudley is so quick on floor exercise, snaps down into the double pike. And you notice those feet stable and secure. Front aerial beat jump. from Glickman in the third spot for Arizona State.
Being one of their better exercises, 23rd overall.
Switch half roll full on floor exercise. 1.5 twisting back layout dismount for Arizona State. Joining the running front full front layout from Sophie Dudley. She's third in this lineup, but again, as she did on balance beam, leads them off on vault in the next rotation. So, like we said, Sophie Dudley is someone they rely on throughout their competition. Quick through the double tuck, saw that front foot scoop backward in the lunge. Landing deduction there, but got her chest up nicely to close out the third spot of BYU's floor rotation.
Numinachi's score coming in for Cal, so a little lower than MJ Frazier, but a 9.875.
And some interesting strategy there. I would say that MJ Frazier traditionally scores higher than Annalise, but maybe Annalise's even not her best routine, still getting that bump to the 9.875. I'm a little surprised by that, but well-deserved, definitely dynamic through that. This is Kira Bolden on vault for Washington. The pogo stick traveled backward on that landing. It was Yurchenko full. Closed through her hips throughout, but nice rise up. This is our first look at Ella Cesario today. Blind change, straddled Jaeger, right to the low bar, the overshoot. Great rhythm and technique. Again, we talked about the basics, the attention to detail there. Takes her time on the dismount, like seeing Ella scooting backward rather than forward. Lets me know that she's giving herself some time, but still could be a little more patient, absorb that landing. The double layout is just too good. She sees it all day, and the technique is there as well.
Kimmy Smith, meanwhile, prepping for the beam, and over to the floor, Heidi Schooley-Myers for BYU.
Look at that quarter-10th progression through 3 athletes for BYU. Again, their highest ranked exercise here. Kimmy Smith starts rotating that lead a little bit early for my liking, but very straight up and down. She does it perpendicular. The 1.5 front layout for Schooley-Myers. Tight form coming right at us. Kimmy Smith, series here. Back handspring layout, square down the beam. One point of emphasis, you can see her feet flex as she's coming over the top of those elements. Still important even on the series. Setting up here, standing layout, step out into deep jump. Great difficulty right in the middle of the routine for Kimmy Smith. Foot form, tiny bit off for Kimmy Smith, but the amplitude on her leaps is something that can't be taken away from her. Schooley-Myers again, putting on that BYU floor clinic. They love some of this old school music, really helps them project out to the audience. Great double tuck there. Kimmy Smith is happy with her performance in the 4th slot on beam. And Schooley-Myers definitely happy with her 4th slot performance for BYU on floor.
Just glad you acknowledged that collection of classic hits right there for
Indeed,
the floor
indeed.
routine. Over now to the Huskies as they prepare here. Lex
Moyenga. Yurchenko full. You could see the emphasis on that last half of the rotation. Really tried to open out and flare. I would see her chest position was compromised a bit by that effort, and we're talking about effort there. Big, aggressive first handstand from Maddie Williams. Textbook pack salto, toe on, toe off. Wow. She's got a great one cooking here. Needs to remain patient. Look And see, shoulders crept back just ever so slightly, has to take that hop backwards. She knows it right there, but on the apparatus, I would say that is pretty textbook for Maddie Williams. She did a 9.95 last weekend.
See our current scores lower right of your screen, updating as we go.
And look at these floor judges, mathematically methodical for BYU. Quarter tenth, quarter tenth, quarter tenth, exactly what you want to see from your lineup. So the build is slow but consistent. Getting a look here at Sarah Clark. She has an elite gymnastics background, and we're going to be able to see that throughout her balance beam routine.
Out of Huntington Beach, California's Clark. And now we go across to BYU. Kylie Equinto. Coach Gard Young calls her the mother hen of the team. Leads by example.
Every team has to have one.
You do.
You know, you're traveling almost every weekend. You've got to keep everyone together. The Clark to White last two slots for Arizona State. Critical. Kylie Equinto, excuse me, rebounds up out of that double pike. Sarah Clark setting up for her series here. They need to get back up over that 9-8 range. Rhythm was a little bit precarious throughout that series, but she stuck with it. Kind of hung that layout back step out up in the air a tiny bit. Watch this straddle jump, split jump, straddle quarter, excuse me. Elite pass of Equinto. Front aerial, beat jump from Sarah Clark. The beat jump looks a little vacant to me. Want to see the snap of the arms, maybe the wrist as well there. Kylie, 1.5 front layout. Great dynamics through that pass, uses the bounce of the floor. Sarah Clark, that's the highlight of the routine for me. Gainer front full off the side. Great in the fit slot for the Sun Devils.
These are two athletes that have been asked to perform consistently throughout the year, take on multiple events, and two that each coaching staff has a lot of confidence in. Now Casey Brown here for Cal. So again, the coaching staff for the Bears getting to dip into their depth.
Indeed. And Greg, look, 49.45 already through 5 routines. So again, setting this 6th gymnast up to swing freely, not as much pressure on. Beautiful through the Pac Salto for Casey Brown. Solid through the handstand. Handstands are sometimes the struggle for her. Tiny bit short there, but zeroes in as she has all season on that dismount, toe on pike front half.
Now Mary McDonough here for Washington.
McDonough closes them out. Great open position through that Yurchenko full. As you can see, kind of a hollow body position throughout. Doesn't necessarily flare or extend. Perfectly acceptable, but I think she has the height, the potential to make that even more dynamic than what we saw there. But this is great for Washington to be flirting with a 49 on vault. They'll be looking to really crack into that. I think they should.
And they are almost required to put up a big number here if they want to keep their postseason hopes alive. So that is certainly top of mind for their staff.
Brynlee Anderson saw a great 9.875 performance on balance beam in the previous rotation. She'll look to close them out in a big way here. Emily White, the closer for Arizona State on balance beam. Can tell you that Brynlee did a running Rudy straddle jump. First pass, very well controlled as Emily White through the flip-flop, back layout, step-out series. The confidence of a fifth-year graduate student anchoring your beam. That's exactly what you want for Arizona State. Unfortunate break at the hips on that front layout and just topples over there for Emily White. So they'll end with that 48-9. Not desirable. And again, it was close after the first rotation, but Cal's really pulled away there. Pressure was on for White. Really a shame because pieces of gymnastics like that. Remarkable double stag with the head release. Brinley Anderson, 1.5 front layout. I would say everything kind of whipped around in that last pass. It was like hyper speed, and she's pumped about it. From this angle, we saw the leg separation on both the 1.5 and the front layout, but solid and secure, just moves quickly.
See stats coming in there for Cal. Casey Brown puts up another 9.9, so we've seen her do that a couple of times this season, third time in this 25 campaign.
Remarkable work for Washington on vault. Really want to compliment them. They're ranked 58th in the nation. Usually don't hit that 49 mark. Today they eke over it, but great to see, especially from those back two athletes with 9.85s there.
Well, you've heard of the turnover chain. UW has some jewelry on there.
Cal looking at one of the exhibition performances. It's Miki Adorinto. Unfortunately fell on her same bar release move, so she'll chalk up and get some words of encouragement. Again, Mai Lazan not firing at her best tonight. You know, we say that 9.85, not a bad performance by any means, but again, not her usual, what we expected. But like we said on vault, this team is picking up the momentum, making up for that. And that's indicative of the 49.5 total.
Well, pardon the pun, but when you've set the bar very high, as Mai Lazan has, anything less feels like, whoa, what's going on? But she's just that talented.
If there's a gymnastics layup, you just took it, Greg, and I can appreciate it. UW, very excited here. They'll travel to Ann Arbor next weekend for their first Big Ten championship.
Conference championships ahead. We are through 2 rotations, and we'll come back with more after this timeout. Final look here at the Cal Bears, the favorites tonight, and off to a good start through 2. Welcome back to Haas Pavilion after 2 rotations. You see our scores here. Again, Cal leading the way, and as expected, the Bears the team to beat. One of those teams giving chase Arizona State. We welcome in their head coach, Jay Santos. Coach, thanks for joining us. I know we talked pre-meet about consistency for your group. You get off to a slow start on the bars, but then your team bounces back quickly. How'd you feel about the way they responded?
I love the way we responded. One of the things we're talking about today is just stacking routines together, getting that momentum going. So obviously we had the mistake to start off with. The rest of the bio lineup did great. Beam was going pretty well. Obviously a little mistake there. So it's the same mantra. We just got it right from this point. Keep stacking routines together, put these events together, and finish it out.
Coach, you have leadership mixed with inexperience this season. Talk about the balance and what each kind of those groups brings to the table.
The leadership, we've got some really accomplished girls, 50 years, that have been with us for a long time. They've done really great things. They know exactly what to do, how to do it, and then they've been mentoring and trying to bring along some of these girls that don't have as much experience, and trying to show them the way, teach them the way. So I've got a great group of girls. They support each other really well. So I'm pleased with that.
Have to go back to that 49-3 opening rotation on uneven bars with a fall in the 1 spot. Talk about the lessons, through adversity and through things that you may not expect. What's the benefit there, and just as you prepare specifically for postseason?
Yeah. We try to tell them, right, everybody's score just counts once. And they've got the same job no matter if someone hits in front of them or someone makes a mistake. Their job is to go out and do the best performance they can. I think they really were able to block out that first routine and just focus on that. And I think you were able to see what that bar lamp's capable of.
Next 2 exercises, rankings-wise, not your strongest here, but the opportunity definitely for the taking. What do you tell your floor squad as they step up here? What's the focus going to be?
I want to see confidence. I want to see high energy. I want to see them just go out there, right, put their feet down, pick that chin up, and just land with some energy.
Excellent, Coach. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, Jay Santos. Joining us here now in the Big 12, formerly the Pac-12 Coach of the Year on a couple of occasions. And now let's look back at what the Bears did on the bars, and we start with MJ Frazier.
MJ's having a great night so far. She took that momentum from vault into uneven bars. This Maloney into the Pac Salto, just ever so slight leg separation there. Aggressive on the half pirouette, sets up for this dismount. Double layout, extends and holds. Critical there. Love the aggression, the tenacity. That's a postseason gymnastics. She's ready.
And then Ella Cesario, her efforts on the bars.
Great to see from Ella. She rested on vault this evening. The floatiness of that Stratoviager and the control into the overshoot to low bar. Sets up for this double layup dismount as well. Beautiful extension through the hips. Just left the shoulders a tad bit behind. Dynamic dismount there.
Just the second time she's broken 9-9, so that's a big performance for her. Now swing it to the floor. Sophie Dudley, someone BYU counts on.
Talked about the quickness throughout this entire routine. All of a sudden you look up, she's done a double pike. Just running, front full, front layout, and then close it out with a double tuck. Great chest position there. Tiny foot faults on the landing.
And now Schoolie Myers, after Dudley, her fourth straight meet with a 9.85. We can set your watch to it.
She brought the intensity here on floor exercise, projecting up, out, having fun with it. The 1.5 front layout was great. This double tuck, the knee position, exemplary from Schoolie Myers.
Good energy there from BYU, and despite the scores, Cal leading, the energy is right on par across all 4 of our squads. 2 more rotations left to make a big push here. Again, the postseason is coming up fast. Teams want to make sure they're involved. Opportunities abound. 2 more rotations next. A rotation 3 on tap. Our scores thus far. The home team, the Cal Bears, leading. Arizona State right behind, and now we move on to the top 10 in the beam, and the Cal Bears, they are right there again in at number 9 as they head off to their opportunity here in rotation 3 with Ella Cesario getting them started. There's a look at MJ Frazier as well as we move to our next rotation. So Cal on the beam, Washington on the bars, BYU the vault, and Arizona State on the floor.
Big momentum for Cal to continue on here. Through 2, they're almost at a 99 running score. That's usually the litmus test to be on track for a 198. So big things cooking, not to look too far ahead of ourselves, especially with balance beam in their wake, but they know that they can hit lights out on beam and floor. It'll be what game they're bringing to the table tonight.
BYU readying for their vault performance. Again, we've talked a bit about the postseason and what's at stake here. Again, Cal, number 6 ACC regular season champs. They're in good shape. Arizona State, 26th coming in. You've got Washington on the outside looking in, 37 in a world where the 36 best teams get in. And BYU, they're at 32, and Guard Young has said, look, if we deliver, we're in good shape. If we don't, we have a problem on our hands potentially going into the Big 12 championship. They know the pressure's on.
You mentioned it off the top, no offense or defense in gymnastics, so controlling what you can control, your athletes, your performances, you'll be dealt that hand, but simultaneously you're looking at your competitor saying, well, what did you put up? What does that mean for us? So it's a complicated game. Sophie Dudley here on vault, first one for BYU. Zeroes and nearly gets that stick. A tidy vault is how I would characterize it. Not super dynamic in any specific way, but the landing was a highlight. She was really zeroed in, knew exactly where she was, and just like on floor exercise, her chest position was straight up and down.
Her teammates loved it. And now Caitlin McWilliams on here for Washington.
Caitlin McWilliams in that familiar leadoff spot today across 3 events. This will be her final one for the Gym Dogs today, mounting to the high bar. You can see already off the bat, unfortunately, feet, ankles, toes coming apart, flexing. Lacking form, but I would say she knows what she's working with. The rhythm is consistent as she winds up here. Passes through a lot of different positions in that dismount, but zeroes in on the landing. So with McWilliams there, I would say it's kind of one step forward, one step back. You're kind of doing something to its full extent and then taking a penalty or deduction on another element. So mixed bag there from McWilliams, but stayed on the apparatus, critical for her.
Cesario now, and Sarah Clark up for Arizona State.
Great leadoff performances from both. Can share that Sophie Dudley on vault. You see that 9.85, great opening score there.
Cesario on beam. She'll look to improve upon a 9.7 at the Elevate the Stain. She's been much better than that during the regular season.
Indeed, and Ella will kind of show us this classic Cal performance. A lot of these athletes start with this full turn of some variety, get it under their belt. Sarah Clark, double tuck, beautiful. Zeroes in on that landing, steps back into a lunge position. Ella's series here, flip-flop, layout, step out. Aggressive there. I actually think her torso maybe flickered a little bit, but really righted the ship with her upper body. 1.5 front layout, short of rotation for Clark. And Cesario, some arm faults there. She works through her leap jump combination.
Clark didn't compete in the floor exercise in the first meet, then entered the lineup, and by and large, has progressively gotten better over the year.
Floaty 1.5 from Ella in that leadoff spot. Again, I think Coach Elizabeth Crandall Hall taking an exhale, as is Ella. Solid one under her belt, but leaves something to be desired there. Sarah Clark here, third and final pass, double pike. Legs tightly together, but chest position was significantly lower than would set her up for a flawless landing.
Again, scores will be coming in on the right side of your screen there. The action outpacing the results, as to be expected here. So we'll update those as we go. And now Melissa Earl prepped here for the vault for BYU.
Gotta call out the variety there in Caitlin McWilliams' score. Maya Lazone only went 0.05 higher than that routine, and that's, for me, simply not true, not possible. So we'll look to see the judges get it back in line as Melissa Earl goes on vault here. It's a Yurchenko layout half, hops forward there. Kira Bolden moves her hand. Yeah, she's definitely off through the early part of this routine, trying to get herself back in order, and does it with a Maloney in a big way. Leg separation on each of those, and the Pax Salto. Should be a significant deduction on that half pirouette on the low bar. And unfortunately, again, was playing catch up that entire routine and got ahead of herself, and her heels literally over her head, up and over there in the second slot for Kira Bolden.
How challenging is it to try and right the ship when you're in the middle and you feel it coming apart?
You know, again, you experience these things as gymnasts where it's like sometimes your head and your body are not doing the same thing, and it's kind of that scramble. And in the midst of these elements, there's no timeout button. You're still working, you're still moving. So lessons to be gained both mentally and physically. Kira Bolden back on bars again, bends her arms on that cast and is over again as we join Maddie Williams after the full wolf turn of her routine.
The lowest score dropped in each of these rotations in each event, and so you can be sure most likely Bolden's score will go by the boards.
First test for Williams was that front aerial to the split jump. Sets up here for a series. It'll be a flip-flop layout. Really emphatic back foot coming down, the second foot on that series.
This is Hallie Braflat, the freshman from Fargo, North Dakota, on the floor for Arizona State.
Braflat bringing the difficulty in that first pass, gets the chest position a little bit low on the full in, but Coach Jay Santos developing some of these lineup spots. Maddie Williams, this is a big test for her. She's improved week over week on this flip-flop. Gainer layout full, zeroes in, tiny bit of doubt there, but shows it off. No feet movements, but through her trunk, she was a little unsteady. Should be an improvement there from Cesario's 9.75.
Meanwhile, Braflat saw her score dip at Denver last time out. That was a loss for Arizona State. They're at 7-7 on the year, but aiming for a higher score tonight.
1.5 front layout. Well executed, has to scoot herself over to the side a little bit, but great leg position and straddle position throughout those jumps and leaps. Solid there, should be amped up from the 9.675 that Clark led off with.
Now Maya Kirkham and BYU pretty excited about the redshirt freshman. Competed in her first meet as a freshman, then goes down with an injury, misses the rest of last year, so able to redshirt. They had big plans for her. Coach Gard-Young said, get a little too overhyped. She had to kind of settle down, and now she's figuring it out.
Yeah, this can be great from Kirkham here. Really watch the position off the table. Great extension. We saw, mentioned it with Sophie Dudley, kind of rushed and just got to the ground super quick. Kirkham rose up, took the time, did the full, saw the landing, had a little too much momentum, hopped back, but I would say that's the most dynamic vault and should honestly go higher than Sophie Dudley. Kristen Lynn trying to right the ship. Kira Bolden, 8.375. Short on that first handstand, bent arms through the free hip. Leg set through the ginger, keeps things moving down to the low bar. Body positions for Washington on bars. That's a great handstand from Kristen there. Needs to cook this full twisting double back. Finds it, lands a little heavy, I would say, through her knees. Gets that chest up. Solid one in the book again. Following a 2-fall routine, just need to stay on the apparatus. Pressure was on, sophomore season. Kristen Lynn did well for the Gym Dogs there.
And now MJ Frazier.
I talk about it so much with MJ, but it's like picture perfect moment after picture perfect moment. Take your pick from this routine from MJ. And Maddie Williams definitely above that 9.75 lead off at 9.875. Stays on releve, does MJ in that full turn. Full twisting double back for Jada Mangahass. Better than Braflats, and she notched a 9.825, so Mangahass looking to improve there. Front aerial layout back step up for MJ, as we're all so familiar with her doing. Lights out on that series.
Mangahass, the Big 12 all-around preseason pick, touting her versatility.
Here we go for MJ. Split, ring. And this is a great angle. You saw her foot obstruct the view of her head. That means it's in line with her head. Exactly what you want to see and what the judges are looking for. Just 1.5 dismount, critical for MJ. Zeroes in, be patient, absorb. Very nice for MJ. Front tuck through the double back for Jada Mangahass there as well. Lots of exclamation points here through the third up athletes on beam and floor. Switch half, wolf full, matching the energy of the music very well. Brings it down for Mangahass. Pumped with it. Showing the floor who's boss.
Love the positive energy. Deb Silva ready for BYU on the vault.
Judges again making a fool of me with that 9.825 dip from Kirkham, but great to see these scores for BYU. That 9.8 is their threshold. Again, 32 in the nation overall, 28th on vault. I would say 9.8 is really the minimum that they're looking for from these athletes. Olivia Opagard on the right-hand side of your screen as we join Deb Silva's Yurchenko full, zeroes in on that landing, and unfortunately Opagard taking a fall, so Washington really struggling on uneven bars today.
Did you predict Kirkham a higher score than what she was given?
I saw higher. The dynamics were there, the height, the distance. Obviously the landing deduction was significant, but I think in comparison to Dudley, it was a better vault. And you know, at the end of the day, 0.025, not huge differences, but also in postseason, these teams quarter tenths. Yeah. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Olivia Oppegaard getting helped back up to the high bar. Like that aggressive handstand, getting herself right back on track. Solid leg form. And the overshoot to the low. Rushes that last handstand, setting up here for the dismount. Double layout. From this view, you can see a leg separation, but the chest was nice and high, up, dynamic. Quickly joining Abby Scanlon here. MJ Frazier notches another 9.925.
Scanlon battling her way back from injuries, made her debut on the beam in that win over NC State. That was the first road meet in ACC history for the Cal Bears.
And big news in the background, you can see that 9.925 for silver with one judge going 9.95. That's perfection for that Yurchenko full. Abby
She
Scanlon,
felt good about it on the landing.
indeed. Abby Scanlon, tiny bit of doubt through that back handspring, and so made that layup back step out a little wonky, had to adjust on the landing of that, kept it together. Good fight there. Her foot was kind of halfway on the beam through the switch half, and great opening pass for Kimmie Smith there. Abby Scanlon, quick routine here. Round off, 1.5, hops forward, 1.5 front layout for Kimmie Smith. From this angle, you can see tiny bit of knee form as she's anticipating that landing, bending those knees, bringing the floor to her faster. I don't think she needs that. Great power through the 1.5. Make it a little more dynamic.
Mentioned the score from Silva blows away what had been her career high for the freshman previously, a 9.875, now a 9.925, as you noted.
And for these other three teams alongside Cal tonight, they've got to go big. And Arizona State, they actually have 2 meets this weekend at Cal. Both quad meets they're participating in. So this is a good test flight for the rest of the weekend. Round off double tuck to close for Kimmie Smith. Just like on the first pass, chest position was great. Able to secure those solid landings.
You've talked about the value in competing against a higher ranked team, kind of drafting off their scores and their abilities, and that's what Arizona State can do this weekend.
Indeed, and the energy in the building too. You know, BYU, I definitely want to call it out. They were celebrating Deb Silva like no other. I had to look up and say, what just happened? And it was because one judge saw perfection.
BYU, Arizona State, they're now conference mates in the Big 12, so they'll head to the Big 12 championship together. That'll be in Utah.
Floaty Stravler-Jaeger down to the overshoot for McDonough. Great example of performance under pressure, and look at that. Wow. Mary McDonough, part of the sophomore class, picking up her sophomore compatriot Oppegaard. Great to see from McDonough. The knee form on that double tuck. It's great compression, able to rise up off the bar, and definitely don't want to miss out on the Yurchenko full we saw from Kylie Quinto. Took a hop back there, but momentum from Deb Silva before her. Big pop off the horse.
Here's Maya Lazan now for Cal on the beam, and then Arizona State prepares for the floor with Hallie Gregoire.
Wolf full from Maya Lazan, and talking about momentum, Scanlon again dips down to that 9.75, so Cal would love to see these last two work to the fullest of their ability, and that's, 10.0 potential. Lazan sets up here. It'll be a triple series. 2 flip-flops into a layout step out as Gregoire does a full in. Great knee form on that from her as well. Confidence from Maya Lazan on balance beam. Next test for Maya. She's right here. Switch leap, split leap. Look at the emphasis she's putting her arms down with purpose. Not a waver to be seen. Gregoire catching her breath a little bit in the choreography. As Maya Lazan sets up, it'll be a double full. See it. Sticks per usual for Maya Lazan. Great there, and wow. Hallie Gregoire really use the bounce of the floor, making that layout step out after the Rudy dynamic. The fifth slot, a busy one in those routines. Great difficulty there throughout from both exercises.
And teammates loving what they're seeing from Greg Wire. And now Chloe Hoke up here on vault for BYU. Competing with a heavy heart, Chloe Hoke losing her mother Jamie to cancer earlier this year, and Guard Young just was amazed by the way that this young woman's been able to perform through all of that, and a testament to the way her teammates have supported her.
Heart of a champion and really exemplary leg, foot, and ankle form. I talk about it so much on every apparatus, but when it's good, it's good. And Chloe Hoke, she was so tight off the table. Had to hike it down just a little bit and step over into the side. Taylor Russin hoping to salvage this rotation for the Gym Dogs. Tiny bit of doubt on that first handstand, but keeps it moving. Veteran move there for Russin. Short on that final handstand, but look at this form. McDonough before her, 9-9, and that has got to feel good for the graduate student for Washington.
That's a welcome sight there for the Huskies, especially with some of the struggles during this rotation. So Rustin there able to finish with some confidence and strength.
And bringing it back to these final two athletes. Emily White on the redemption trail, had an uncharacteristic fall in the previous rotation on balance beam. She'll be looking to make things happen here, but she's quite familiar with 9-9s on floor exercise. Speaking of 9-9s, Maya Lazan, you see it there, 9-9-5, setting up Undine Champong.
Highly touted Champong, the freshman from England, made her debut just a couple of weeks ago here against Pitt.
Wow, Emily White, front double full, beautifully stuck into the jump. Love that connection. Great from Undine as well. That ring position leaves nothing to be desired. Playing around with the construction of this routine, has the potential to do a triple series today. Just a layout step out after the flip flop, but done to the maximum potential. As were those. Tiny dip of one shoulder. Keeps it moving. Here we go. Next pass for Emily White. 1.5. Front layout. Spans a lot of floor in that front layout. Beautiful form on it, but lunge forward a little bit excessive. Here we go for Undine. Full turn here. I would say that's pretty much amplitude personified for a full turn, and the beautiful jump variation following it. Gainer layout full off the side, tiny hop back. Best routine a Champong has done so far this season. She hasn't done that many, so still getting those competitive opportunities, reps in. But up on the apparatus, wow, she is something to behold.
Just her fourth competition this season, again, as we mentioned, making her debut, and she's been slotted in at that beam and building there with every single meet as we come to the end here of rotation 3, waiting for some final scores to come in for Champong and White. Strong performance, as you mentioned there, from Emily White.
Indeed, and speaking of strong performances, Taylor Russin, 9.925 as the closer for Washington. So like I said, salvaging every 10th you can get. Obviously not the rotation that they had envisioned. They'll end on beam with a chip on their shoulder from this rotation. But the momentum, the potential there from Washington, building these lineups, curating that depth. They have really solid numbers in the back two slots of every event, it seems. So now it's just letting that grow and extend out through the rest of their lineups, getting that confidence for some of the younger athletes as well.
Surprised at that 9.875 for Emily White?
Never surprised, but always, I'll take pause, as you all heard there as well. It was a dynamic routine, but again, I think, some movement on the last pass. First pass for me was beautiful.
So we are through 3 rotations. You get a look at our scores there, bottom right of your screen. And Cal turning to Maya Lazan, and did she deliver a 9.950? She knows that was money put on the Bear head. We're headed to rotation 4 coming up soon. 3 rotations complete. Cal leading here. You see our scores. BYU giving chase, and with that, we'll talk with BYU assistant coach Brogan Evanson. Coach, thanks for joining us. You take on the vault and floor responsibilities, among other things. Looking back at the first 3 rotations, what are some of the moments that impressed you and the rest of the staff?
Oh, these girls are such hard workers, and I feel like they're getting into the flow, and great moments are happening. We just got off vault, and Deb Silva got a perfect score from one judge. That was really thrilling. She's just a freshman and killing it, getting into the groove, and things are really coming together for the team.
Not only was a perfect 9.95 thrown, but it was also a season high for you all on vault. Talk about it's a long season and really just chipping away. Specifically on vault, where has your team been focusing to notch a season high like this tonight?
Yeah. Well, like you said, they've just been chipping away at it. It was maybe a little bit of a start that didn't get us off to the races, and so they've just been working day after day, and I feel like tonight they are just relaxed and really just enjoying each other, and then you start to see performances like that come out.
Yeah, a performance like that from Deb Silva, talk about what that unlocks for the rest of the lineup. I think so often we see coaches say, it's a Yurchenko full, you can definitely stick it, but we don't see that in competition so much. What do you feel like that provides to your team in a moment like that?
Yeah, I think they're trusting their training, and so then the confidence is showing up in the meet. If I just kind of relax and do what I do in practice, then it all comes together. And so, yeah, she's paving the way for the rest of the girls to just believe in what we're doing.
Talking about what you do in practice, you've created a brand of BYU floor, and it's having fun, projecting out to the audience. How do you develop that from your athletes?
Yeah, well, we get to know their personality, and then we really try to match their music and their dance moves to fit them. And then just the leadership on the team, the seniors and the juniors, they grab those freshmen and they show them how to have a lot of fun in front of a great crowd, and week after week.
Coach, last thing for you, we saw Chloe Hoke in the last rotation and obviously spoke about her family's tragedy, and Guard Young has talked about the way the team rallied around her. What did you see from your perspective? How has the team come together to support her during trying times?
Yeah, Chloe is an amazing girl. I think the biggest thing is that she's competing for her mom. She wants to do this because that was a big part of her childhood, going to meets together, traveling together, and we can feel her with us as we do our best, and this team has just loved her up, and she is enjoying every moment.
Well said, Coach. Thanks for the time, and good luck in rotation 4.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, talking with Brogan Evanson from BYU. One more rotation to go, but now, Evan, let's pivot back to some of the big moments from rotation 3, and we start with BYU. Deb Silva with an all-time performance.
Look at that. One judge saw perfection in this Yurchenko full. It starts from a 9.95. Look at that. Zeros in. Heels rose up just a little bit. That's probably what one judge took, but right down the middle there for Silva. Exciting times for BYU.
And now back to Cal and MJ Frazier, and the Bears setting the tone on the balance beam.
Indeed, this was great up on the apparatus, really moving with purpose through the series, and this is a highlight for me. Look at that back leg rise up. Dismount here, fights for it, no movement on the 1.5.
And then after a couple of events that maybe were a little below the on level, she came back big.
Back on track, former national champion on balance beam, and she showed that off tonight. It's such classic Lazan through this triple series, right up, and then this dismount hangs it up. I would say the only potential that the judge may have taken was crossing the legs ever so slightly in the air. That 9.95 was the result.
Arizona State so reliant on Emily White, and the veteran showed what she can do on the floor.
Spectacular, that front double full, I mentioned it on the air. Beautiful, zeros in on that landing, right to the jump. Covered a lot of ground on that front layout, and then closed it out here. This is another look at that pass, had a lot of momentum going forward, but beautiful extension through her hips and body line.
So one more rotation left for the three teams chasing MJ Frazier and the Cal Bears. They're looking to put up an all-time number here. There's just a couple of meets left before the play. One more rotation, and Cal in the driver's seat here. First of two quad meets on the weekend. They're back at it on Sunday. Arizona State will join them. Let's look at our floor leaders because Cal is up next. On the floor, they're 7th in the land, and it was last time out at Elevate the Stage where they finished with a flourish on the floor.
Indeed, they've maxed out in early February at a 49.625 on this event. They're carrying momentum. They've proven time and again that they can close a meet on floor exercise. We saw that last weekend. So big things coming from Cal.
There's a look at the Bears. Coming back in that Elevate the Stage event. They were in 3rd late in that one. And thanks to Frazier and Lazan, they're able to come up with yet another victory. And Pac-12 last year, ACC this year hasn't really mattered. Cal 18-2, 6-0 in the ACCs. We're looking at Arizona State. They're 2-4 in the Big 12. Their first season in this conference. They're back here on Sunday and then off to the Big 12 championships.
Caroline Lichtman here in the leadoff position for Arizona State. A lot of athletes do the same kind of physical reminders to themselves, what they need to focus on before the event. You can see as she prepares on the runway.
See our rotations on the right side.
Yurchenko layout full, hangs it up in the air. I think she was actually surprised by the landing a little bit. Came up a little short of rotation. Our view was a bit obstructed, but you could tell that her shoulders kind of lurched forward a little bit. But really good block off the table. Saw it rise up, and you see Coach Jay Santos putting his arms out there. You almost stall out in the air. So really wanting to continue that momentum right to the floor, to the landing.
Coach Santos has some confidence in his team, has said they can put all the pieces together. It's just been a matter of doing it. He said now is the time. Pre-match, pre-meet rather, just said time to do it. That's the mantra here.
Indeed. Maya Kirkham will be first up. Slight bit delayed from one athlete to another, so getting ready here. Sometimes the bars warm-up can take a little bit extra, getting things set and situated, but Kirkham here, that NQS over 9.8, really indicative of her talent on this event. Mont on the low bar, solid handstand. Significant leg separation on the Maloney.
And then Ennis getting started on beam.
Full turn from Ennis and the double layout from Kirkham. Now, it's unfortunate. Great form in the air, but you saw multiple steps on the landing. As soon as you start moving, that's when deductions are happening. So she incurred kind of double for her money there. Ennis, solid start through her early elements.
Now to the floor, and Kyan Mayhew from Cal on the right side of your screen.
Comes around the side a little bit from Emily Ennis on that side aerial, but makes it work for her. Again, tiny flickers, drops the shoulder. Kyan Mayhew is a master of this first pass, running front double full, front pike. Controls that landing very well. 1.5 from Ennis. Big for her and the Huskies. Picking things back up from a lackluster bar performance.
Mayhew, the sophomore from Mesa, Arizona, has her team in sync every step of the way.
Hits the 180 on the switch half. Talk about it a lot, but she's had this same floor routine from her freshman year, giving her time to develop and project out into it. The variety in Cal's floor routines, you see different styles of music, different styles of choreography. Gives the audience and the judges something to look at. That's something to look at. 1.5, lay out Barani into a double stag. Great closer for Mayhew.
Ali Braflat now on the vault as Mayhew finishes.
Great start for Mayhew and Cal on floor. Braflat here, 9.75 before her. Yurchenko layout full. Again, gets kind of hung up in the air. The rotation stops and her shoulders were in front of her, so you saw that movement forward on the landing.
See Addie Glazier for the first time tonight. The freshman from Mapleton, Utah.
Overcooks the blind change a little bit, keeps it tight into the straddled Jaeger. Bends her arms on that cast, but beautiful amplitude through the overshoot to handstand. That's really hard up for this setup into the dismount. It's a double layout, hop backwards, and you can see the legs separate as she comes over, specifically in that second salto, but controls it well. Puts it down after that 9.775 from Kirkham in the leadoff. Speaking of leadoff, Innes with a 9.85 for Washington. Great momentum setter there. Kristen Lynn now.
We've talked about the idea of building, right? Your scores finishing with your closer there, and so these leadoff numbers very strong.
Full turn from Lynn on the right side of your screen. CJ Kinnicky. Layout step out from Kristen Lynn. Kinnicky, same as Mayhew. Great control. Best she's done all season on the double full punch pike.
This is Kinnicky's first appearance since back on February 7th against Stanford. Was in a little run there of being part of the floor lineup, has worked her way back in tonight.
Yeah, the depth from Cal exists. And so, as a freshman, you got to fight for it, but proving her worth here through one pass, performing in Haas. 1.5 from Kristen Lynn. Sinks down into the knees a bit, and a step back is the result. But up on the apparatus, solid performance. Kinnicky closes, 1.5 Barani. Straddle jump, almost identical tumbling composition to Mayhew before her, who had a 9.85 in the leadoff. Solid performance for the freshman as the green flag is raised for Kimmy Smith in the third spot following the 9.8 of Braflat. The power through that run let me know something big was coming. It was a great pop off the table. Best Yurchenko full we've seen from their rotation so far. Tiny hop back. This is Kylie Quinto, replacing Chloe Hoke in this third slot.
So a shift here in the lineup.
Floaty pack salto there. Great leg form throughout every skill. Stalls out that handstand nicely. Bending her arms through that giant. Not necessary. She's got great swing, beautiful open shoulder line. The double layout, she zeroed in. Small movement from that left foot. It should build on that 9.8 score.
Now Maddie Williams. Still waiting on that Kinnicky floor score to come in.
Senior weekend for Maddie Williams here. So again, we'll expect to see her on floor exercise both days at Haas, competing Friday and Sunday. And as you mentioned, Greg, Olivia Oppegaard stepping up onto beam on the right side of your screen, following the 9.775 of Kristen Lynn. Maddie Williams, watch the float into the Rudy, zeroes in. Absorbs her knees a little more than usual, but I respect it. That's exactly technically sound gymnastics. Back leg position from Oppegaard, beautiful on the switch lead. Shy of the 180 from what I saw on the switch half.
And a 9-9 coming in for Kenneke, equaling her career high.
Great to see from a freshman getting that score building in the 2 slot. Gutsy side aerial from Opagard. So a little break at her hips, but kept it moving and used her core. Stood straight up. Maddie Williams, beautiful view of the 180 split she's hitting on all those jumps and leaps. This will be her closer. Opagard, gainer full off the side. Hikes down before the dismount, but zeroes in. And Maddie Williams, it's the 1.5 front layout. And we thought she was floaty on the first pass. That second pass is exemplary in patience and bouncing up into the front layout.
So you get the feeling for Cal, they're building here in their floor lineup. And Emily White, how much does that confidence translate when your first 2 get off to a good beginning?
It's huge. It's everything. Momentum is the name of the game in so many aspects of not only gymnastics, but also life. So it translates here. And Emily White also carrying that momentum. You see those scores building by half a 10 through the first 3, and she zeroes in on that landing better than the first 3. We should see that continue to race.
Margaret Benson to the bars. Scores have had a positive trajectory for BYU. Can she build here in the 4th spot?
I think BYU is switching this up. This is Elila Alvarado, so keeping everyone on their toes, but sometimes through the warm-up, things change and lineup shift around. She has some form deductions through her first transition elements, but really like the momentum that she's generating, the power into that double layout. Scoots it back.
Well, you're exactly right. They've shuffled this a bit, so Alvarado up now. She was in the 6th spot, and then we'll see Bramble Wild and then Melissa Earl. At least that's the tentative lineup here.
Maddie Williams, 9.875. I think it's because of that absorption through that first pass. Could maybe say she was a little unsure, unsteady of the landing, but I saw confidence there. So tiny dip down to the 9.875, and Mary McDonough has been great all day long, really righting the ship for Washington, but they have good momentum building. 2 scores over 9-8, huge for them.
Cesario now goes to work on the floor, left side of your screen.
Great series for McDonough, culminating in that layout step out. Ella Cesario, talk about those E-level difficulty elements. Here's one, pull in.
The elevation.
Indeed, the amplitude was there, gave herself plenty of time to rise up off the floor. For one thing, Greg, you'll see that step back was significant, and the front foot moved ever so slightly. Those are deductions, so good problems to have, powerful problems to have, but she could absorb just a little bit more.
Yes, her problem was she jumped too high, Evan.
I mean, very simply, indeed. Look at that for the ring leap from Ella and Mary McDonough. Really great gymnastics from her all day long. Double full. Love the distance she got away from the beam as well as taking it up. Ella Cesario will finish up here just like Maddie Williams. With the addition of that E-pass, she just does a 1.5 front layout here to close. Great bounce up. Beautiful display of that combination pass. Another senior inside Haas, using that energy to her advantage, and the Bears are stoked on it.
Greg Wire from Minnesota here for Arizona State in the 5th spot on the vault.
Yep, and you saw Emily White score 9.875. Big build there. Great to see from Arizona State. Gregoire, 1.5. Puts the 10-0 vault in for their 5th slot. 1 step forward. Great to see. In the air, it was beautiful extension, tight form. Exactly what you want to see.
And this is now for BYU, Anna Bramblett Wild, the senior from Prescott Valley, Arizona. And Guard Young has said, yeah, she's a big hitter on bars, can put up a big number.
Toe on, toe off, immediately into a toe on to Tkachev, named after American great Elise Ray. And it turns it over a little too much. That momentum moving backwards is obviously working against you when you're trying to reach and re-grasp the bar.
But this is part of what she brings, according to Coach Young, right? She's going to go big. Now, it's high risk, high reward sort of situation, and you see the fall there.
And with 4 solid scores in front of her, and Margaret Benson, an established veteran in the 6th slot, nobody ever wants pressure on them, but it's a consideration for BYU. They can work with this.
So she'll go back to work.
Repeating everything here, starting from scratch, gets the ray, and unfortunate, same result. I don't know that she touched the bar the second time either. That's how the judges credit scores accordingly, and she needs that connection of both credited skills to fulfill requirements, earn bonus. But with 2 falls, not much to salvage here for Bramlett, but she'll show her competitive spirit, mounts back up to the high bar. Beautiful position on these Giants, exactly how you want to generate, and wow, that's a shame because the double layout is exquisite. Solid finish there, so she'll go back, take some notes there.
Can see it, the pieces are there.
Indeed, testing in the 5th slot, like I said, 4 solid scores in front of her.
This is Chelsea Hallinan, sophomore from Silverdale, Washington, as MJ Frazier gets to work on the floor.
Hallinan is a beam specialist, so this is the only event she does. She's waited to the last rotation, and that is a flicker of nerves from her overcooked the front toss, and this is part of her combination series, so she'll repeat right there. Tiny pause, and then some foot faults again, or arm faults again, excuse me. MJ Frazier double layout to open. Love seeing that back in her floor routine. Bounces ever so slightly back in that first pass. Hallinan again. Those arms wavering to keep her balance after the jump combination. Watch this from MJ. The lift, the amplitude, the positions, it's all there. Like the confidence of the front aerial into the beat jump for Hallinan. She's settling in here in the 5th slot for Washington. Frazier here, second and final pass. Front step out as Hallinan sticks the dismount. MJ all day. The double tuck sees it, zeroes in, stuck hold. What you can't see in the background is the rally towel from Coach Justin Howell. He's got it going. There's big things happening in Haas.
You can feel the energy as she finished off that routine. Arizona State now will close out their evening.
Look at this build from their entire lineup. Already over 49, crucial for them. Manga Haas will close things out. Flares the Yurchenko full. Best display of a Yurchenko full. And that flare that we've seen in this rotation. Excellent way to close out the day for ASU.
Trying to keep building on those scores. Now we go to BYU. It looks like Melissa Earl will finish things up here for BYU, potentially. There's been some shuffling of the lineup.
And with those 2 fall routines, again, like we said, credit versus no credit, composition, start value, everything comes into play. So sometimes routines with multiple falls give the judges a little more pause. There's more to figure out, more math to do. Waiting for that number to come in, but it looks like it's up there in the background.
That was on the Bramlett Wild appearance previously. See some final scores waiting to come in for Arizona State. We just saw MJ Frazier as well. It's all setting up for Maya Lazan to take us home.
Melissa Earl, toe on, toe off. The Maloney transition. Significant form deductions, separations, keeps the momentum and rhythm moving through this routine as Taylor Russin mounts beam. anchor for Washington.
It's the 4th appearance in the bars for Earl, but look at that.
Yeah, emphatic double layup there, and the team really rallying behind her as Taylor Russin puts her series straight down the beam.
So that score from Bramlett Wild comes in at a flat 8, so that'll be dropped.
Another ring position there. Got the back leg up nicely for Russin. Dips in her core on the full turn, but stays on releve, fighting for every 10th.
And here's Maya Lazan back to the floor routine after the dramatic finish at Elevate the Stage. Cal in the driver's seat here once again, so perhaps not as much to question as far as the final score, but doesn't mean we won't see some of the same beautiful performance from Lazan.
Indeed, we saw Taylor Russin finish up with that 1.5 dismount. Maya Lazan, this front double full punch front, so stable and secure, exactly how she's done in Haas all season long. When you talk about the projection up through the choreography, it's not all just one beat. She's giving us variety through her movements, full extension through her jumps and leaps, and set up so well from number 1 of that 1-2 punch, MJ Frazier.
And her confidence in this event must only be growing as she keeps turning in these performances.
And that's the lesson of gymnastics. You know, you've been doing these skills for so many years, sticking them for so many years. Maya Lazan takes it to a new level. What a treat to close out the entire competition from Lazan.
That'll put a fitting bow on this quad meet for the Cal Bears.
Senior swan moves there.
Just a formality as we await the Maya Lazan score to come in, but Cal continues their winning ways. In this first of 2 quad meets on the year, or on the weekend rather. 16 straight victories make it 17 with tonight's final results soon to come.
Yeah, and their NQS score, what they were counting this week, 197-175 was their lowest of the home scores that they had factored in. So you can see they've demolished that pretty significantly. So this will help their NQS cause, but we won't know the full story until the end of the weekend, obviously.
A 9.925 for Lazan, so what else is new? Frazier and Lazan back-to-back just knock out the competition.
Indeed, and Cal still with room to improve, I would say. You know, minor things throughout their rotations where they can build momentum, gain those quarter tenths, gain those half tenths. It's there. All the pieces are there, and this definitely sends them in the right direction for another meet on Sunday.
This is the way the Bears wanted to start the weekend. Victorious in the first of 2 quad meets. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we're talking Bears to wrap up a successful Friday night here inside Haas Pavilion. We'll step aside and return with more after these messages. That's a victorious Cal Bears squad, our final tally here. Cal picks up the win. They move to 19-2 on the year, and we welcome in their co-head coach, Justin Howell, 250th career win. Congratulations, Coach. I know you're more about the team here. Let's talk about the progression of the rotations from 1 to 4. What jumped out to you? What did you enjoy the most about the way your team performed tonight?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you. Appreciate it. You know, we started off really strong on vault, and we tried some different things tonight, and we put more 10-0 start values in the lineup, and we started with a 10-0 start value, and you know, it's always nice when things go to plan, but I think that it really gave us some good data too as we head into the postseason. I was really pleased with just the intention that they had in all their turns. We've really been working on that a lot over the past couple weeks, and you know, I keep saying it, we haven't quite hit our ceiling yet, and so it's a pretty exciting place to be.
Justin, I'm going to make you keep talking about vault. You learned a lot here, but, Maya Wiley, as a, newcomer in the leadoff with a 10-0 vault, talk about, just developing athletes in that way and what Maya Wiley brought tonight.
Yeah. I mean, she brought an outstanding vault, but she brings such tremendous energy. I mean, she really does love gymnastics. She's the athlete that's in the gym when she doesn't have to be, and she brings so much joy. And so to be able to start off with a strong vault, but that kind of energy that really just lights the spark for the next one and the next one, I mean, that's what we're looking for in a leadoff. And so how exciting that she's a freshman. We're starting to turn her into leadoff, and we're still going to have her for 3 more years after this. So pretty incredible and super proud of Maya.
One more meet in Haas on Sunday, and obviously it's emotionally charged, honoring your seniors. Talk about what those athletes have meant and brought to this program.
Yeah, I mean, this group of 5 seniors have been absolutely instrumental. They're very, very connected as a class, and they've been so from day one. They've brought phenomenal leadership, phenomenal gymnastics, really have continued to build and add to the legacy of this program. And so we're going to miss them dearly. We're just going to take it one more meet at a time, through the rest of the season and enjoy our time with our seniors.
Coach, thanks so much for the time again. Congrats on 250, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you. Go Bears.
All right. Co-head coach Justin Howell and the Bears to 19-2 on the year, 17 straight wins. They'll finish off their home slate on Sunday before the end of the ACC Championship. They are a team to reckon with here in women's college gymnastics. Your final scores once again. That'll do it for us here this evening from Haas. For our entire crew, my partner Evan Heider, Greg Meskel saying thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here Sunday for Haas Quad Meet number 2. In the meantime, have a great rest of your Friday evening.